I heard some stuff about this, so forewarning to anybody that shows up, I'll repeat it if they do show up. This apparently is a horror game, so fair warning if you are suffering from depression and anxiety and all like this. Apparently, it's not a good idea to be playing this game or watching it. So I just thought I'd do something different. I like the animation, and I'm kind of been exploring the horror side of everything. So so let's give it a shot. Probably a lot of reading, so it'd be like the bedtime story that you don't want to. Absolutely. Please enter your name. Old timer. Well, not Oldtimer. I'm Oldtimer. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air. Like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Shiori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it's just the kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. Now we get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Well, that's kind of messed up. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Shiori catch up to me. Ah! Overslept again. I don't know. Something I thought I'd just do. Should I not be playing it? I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eee. Honestly, I heard it was kind of messed up, but I like the animation. Looks cool. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I'm amazing, scared, I'm feeling everything. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What? Oh no, keep playing. Okay. That's mean, old timer. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Shiori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. I also have other games I could put on Steam. I bought I was thinking about, I put a bunch on my wish list, kind of animated. Is the background too loud? Well, hello, Valerie. Is the background music too loud? Just let me know. As you draw near, the street becomes increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Just got caught off track. Why? By the way, old timer, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Oh, crap. Did I? I'm sure that it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori, am I pronouncing that right? Oh, Sayori? Sayori? Sounds right. Likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and an anime. That's not me. Uh-oh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years. What the hell is a NEET? Because you're not used to the real world. What in the world is a NEET? Somebody want to tell me that? You trust me, right? I caught a terrible cold. I have a stuffy nose and headache. It's the summertime. What the hell are you catching a cold in the summertime? Jumping in the taco van freezer or what? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Sigh or E. Like, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. I can't even say that. Sayori. My mouth gets all mumbled. Must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I've done that before. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Cringe all you want. You're gonna get a lot of that. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, let me go tell Firestar that you're playing. Okay, go ahead. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. What did I get myself into? You know what? Well, thought you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie, that is so damn cute. This is cute. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Why not? They're delicious. Everything's good with a soul cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Hey everyone, a new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Well, hello, girl number one. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Oldtimer. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. How the hell does these people know me? I didn't introduce my name to her. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into, oh, I should have said quietly into my ear. Then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is, oh man, is that, oh, I'm gonna butcher this. I'm gonna wait till you catch up. How do you pronounce it? Is it, oh, I don't want to say it. Yuri? I don't want to say the smartest in the club. Come on, somebody save me. Somebody save me. Don't say things like that. I know a little bit about it. Yeah, I heard it was pretty messed up. And I'm gonna butcher these names, so go ahead. I heard about it a little bit. So yeah. Okay, I think I'll Yuri. I guess that's how he is. That's what it looks like, Yuri. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you both. Meet both of you. This is your favorite game? Well, no wonder she went crazy and tried to get you back in here. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Oldtimer. I don't remember talking to you, but all right. Whoa. What the fuck? Monica smiles sweetly. What's with the outfit? Or the pose? We know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I know her. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Why is hers the easiest word to say? Basically completely out of my league. Yep, probably. I'd agree with that. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. You too, Monica. Come sit down, Oldtimer. Oh, my butt. I'm already sitting down. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. All right, control freak. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Oh, tea. Awesome. Got some tea, man. We got Monica. Show off queen. Do I want a free cat? I don't want a free cat. No. Because it won't be free for me because it's like a big old deposit here. It's like $250. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. That's probably what I would do anyways. Stick to the ones you like, or the ones you know. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay. Are you ready? Ta-da! How's that? Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh. Ooh, ah. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aw, little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. What's wrong with Monica? You don't look too happy. Are you alright? Weird. So cute. Oh, okay, there you go. Better. Ah, freaking me out. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Yeah, well, you know. Once you got a little cat tooth. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth. Oh, it's delicious. Talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. Oh, I got icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I like her eyes. Those are nice. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite one. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Chill out, girl. I was just giving you a compliment. Shit. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you. You know, you dummy. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set, and she carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated, Yuri. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. What the hell? I meant that, you know, I believe you. All. One free, the rest $1 million. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Yes, I love the tea. I'm glad. Oh, I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Dash and dine. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Don't eat them. Yeah, don't eat them. Goodness gracious. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet. Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Oh, weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and the policy and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Wouldn't it be catchy? Like sushi is for fish, and then you got catchy cats, catchy. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting up all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! Well, we'll do our best. Chill with cat here. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Oldtimer, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I like sci-fi books. I like fantasy books, like Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. Manga? Not on my list, sorry. Manga? It's manga, I know. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, she's excited. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Oh, all right. Don't say nothing. That's fine. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Me too. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Manga and Harry Potter right here. I've never read Harry Potter. I actually got one of their books. I thought about reading it, but I never did. What's with funk? No, it's Foop. I will name her Foop. She seemed very reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. Foop was a funny name. Foop. It's like you're blowing on a jar. You know how those rednecks in the backyards are going foop, 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 foop. So it's like Foop. Foop, foop, foop. She seemed so reserved and timid that since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Oh. Smokey. Smokey, what are you doing back there? Nothing. Looks like you're taking a shit. That's on Friday, by the way. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Whoa, what? I read a horror book once. Desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. Well, I will call it Poop until it learns its new name. Poop. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. Usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? Because she's that idea. You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud" and get that back. Fine. Hee, your cupcakes are your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands over her on his shoulder. All right, I'll be here. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Oh, that didn't go well. I guess it's time for Yuri. Oh, sorry. I wanted to read everyone's poem. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. What'd I do? I can't return. I pressed the thing. I pressed the thing. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of a club. But I didn't say I was a member. I didn't say I was going to join. Isn't that right, Oldtimer? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back in the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth and what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I'd join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Oh, dejected. Color-wise, I'm digging her because purple. I'm down with purple. I love her eyes. It's awesome. She's cute. Something about her weirds me out. I don't know what it is. Why? Look, what is that? Is it, whatever. But I'm sorry. I thought. Oldtimer. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Monica for the win. That is, if I'm writing poems in this place, I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. I get the idea this guy's got no hope. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Whoa, easy with the... the fucking hair. I just picture I feel it, and Natsuki's over there. She does that move, and she's like... Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Natsuki's over there. Choking on her hair. Thanks, I guess. Look at this. She's getting a big old wad in her mouth. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting with on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignments. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Oldtimer, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh, crap. Oh, boy. What am I going to do? Ah! Hee hee. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Oldtimer, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for club. Up in the club. Easy, Valerie. Jeez. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the cloud room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Great. I don't know how to write a poem. Oh shit. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whomever likes your poem the most. Oh, who do I want to try for? Oh crap. Boop. We gotta do boop. I just had to do boop. What the hell? Tragedy for her. Yeah, finally got one for her. Whoa, wrath. I didn't expect that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Suicide? What the fuck? Bum 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 bum. Papa? The fuck? Some weird words in there. That's weird. Puppy. Beep boop beep beep. Meanie meanie meanie. I don't know what this means. Lollipop. Heaven sent. That's a nice word. Chocolate. I like chocolate. Massacre. Oh my god. He's dark. Hi again, old timer. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. That is very true. I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, old timer. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Ah, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't that's her. Sorry. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any club this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki. You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeating the Natsuki plops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Oldtimer always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Yes, I do. He helps me with the busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you're almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? I love that pose. That just cracks me up. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be jealous. I might be a little jealous. Oh, don't worry, girl. There's plenty for me to go around. Come, you and Oldtimer can become good friends too. Sorry. As usually, sorry. Seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Oh, wait, sorry. Me? You, yeah, that one, that cracks me up. That's cute as hell. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? You know, I have a voice for her that just popped in my head, and it's kind of funny for Yuri. I don't know why, but maybe it's because she's so tall. I just have to. I'm gonna do it the next time she talks. You guys are gonna crack up. Never mind. Sorry made me sound like a big deal when it really is not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. No, I don't like that. I thought it was funny. It just popped in my head. I don't know why. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy, no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Disrespect. Stop. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Aww. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it if you're at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. Ooh, shit. Ooh. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing that I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just have to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let her go. Let it go. Yeah, she bought it for me. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. I've actually had a book like that. The Garden of Evil. It was really good. It was a paperback book I read back in before, I think it was in eighth grade. Read it an entire weekend. Only pausing to go to the bathroom and to eat. That was it. Once I read that. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans your eyes over the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. All right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Uh-huh. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Oldtimer? No, it's not that. I mean, definitely enjoy some of those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants it to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. It will shock me. Yeah, okay. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out of to be naive, one for letting their one-sided morals interface with the villain's plans. It's a good dating sim? Yeah, it sounds like it. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right now. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book and I had to put it into my that I had put into my bag. Like amazing. You guys, you know I don't trust you, right? All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Well, she's gonna crawl out of her skin, man. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Yeah, with my manliness. All right. I opened a book and start the prologue. I still don't understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Oh, snaps. Yeah, I don't trust you two about this thing because it said in there, it says not for children or not for people that have problems with like depression and anxiety. So there must be something really bad about this thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Trust us. Yeah, okay. You do know my name is Oldtimer, so like I wasn't born off or fell off the turnip truck yesterday, so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once oh yeah. Once we, well, I'm fine. I'll be able to handle it. I just want to make sure that I also said that in the beginning of the stream that I warned people. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, that's cool. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. This is cool. That's neat. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. That's kind of nice. It was like a punch in the gut and I couldn't get any air after. Oof. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Easy, Chief. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn a page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Yeah, you did, dude. Oh, she's looking at me. I didn't even see her turn her eyes. That's creepy. I glance over in Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Aw, Yuri. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. What? Patient? What are you talking about? Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to return the page. Instead, voice change there. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it to be my own. Turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page. I'm gonna yawn. Oh. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh, think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also guesses all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. You remain silent for a moment. But, Oldtimer, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, what? I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poem with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. That's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. My thumb. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. You call them bookmarks, dude. Think about it. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out of their poems. Sayori's is one of wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from my spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem first? Well, I'm going after Yuri, so I'm going to go Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ooh, he's going to hate me. Yeah, I don't want to. Something about Monica freaks me out. I don't know what it is. And she's just too like frat girl for me. Ugh. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Was I so savant? Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form it and the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. That's not what I sounded like. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes that with patience and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit braised though. Oh, biased, sorry, not braised. How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. It's really difficult for me to read cursive. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Booper duper. That's what the music is doing. Boop a doop a doop a doop boop a doop boop a doop. I'm sorry, I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yeah, because I can't read cursive, lady. Well, I just don't read script very often. This guy. Valerie, we ran into this before when we were playing Dream Daddy. The character started acting like me a lot. I would say something, and then right away after I click on it, then they would say it. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Oldtimer. Yeah, Dream Daddy was scary how much it related. Yeah, you and I both. The girl was you and the dad was me. I was like, what the F? Really? I must have totally missed that point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic. I can't read. Symbolically compared to the ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to go to the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Good luck with that one. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Yeah, it's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Oldtimer. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Aw, me too, buddy old pal. Who should I show my poem to next? I know Valerie wants me to do this one. Hi, Oldtimer. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better. Where? She's there? Where's she at? I didn't see her. Oh, isn't Amanda the daughter's name in the game, or are you talking about the other one that we know? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Yeah. Don't worry, Oldtimer. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Oh, there's been like five. I've gotten up to 5 people watching. They just peeking in. Great job, Oldtimer. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. God, Valerie, you're terrible. That's not fair. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writings that full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by the feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which is assuming Yuri has that at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll keep up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I'm always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Yeah, I heard about holes in the wall, but we won't. That's another story. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction, the sparkle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. What the fuck? That was weird. What the hell is that about? So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud. Yeah, the doctor said when I got on the CPAP machine I'd dream more, but I don't. I still don't dream. Lucid dreams are badass. I had that when I was 10 years old. That was bad. It was awesome. I felt like it was like around Halloween, and I got up and I dreamt I was trick-or-treating, and then the crowds were too much, so I said I wanted to get around the crowd, so I decided to just fly. And I remember flying above all the trick-or-treaters, looking through the trees, right? And then when I woke up, I fell in my bed. I fell on my bed. You know what I mean? Like I was floating above my bed. It was weird. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's is better friends with each other. Anyway. I didn't crash into a tree. It was something very shocking that I remember to this day. I haven't had one like that before, but I could feel the air, the breeze as I was flying, and then you know, the coldness of the air because it was October, and then when I woke up, like I said, it felt like I fell on my bed, like I was levitating above my bed. It was freaking weird. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. I get those lucid dreams where I can move a thing. I almost had a lucid dream. Move? Oh, you like telekinesis? That's dope. Then something flies across the room. That freaked me out. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. I knew I was dreaming for a few moments. Oh. Another way to think about it is this. Oh, it's a song. Oh. Well, your mind is fickle. If you have you know, lucid dreams, whatever, but in a dream you're still shackled by your own reality. So if you still believe that you can't fly in real life, chances are you won't be flying in your dreams. Good night. Where are you going, to bed? Going to beddy bye? Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same point for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. I heard those aren't nice at all. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki. Oh shit, get back. Why did I do that? Just staring at each other. Oldtimer, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. What's your problem? Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. A tall black creature that was skinny as a French fry, holding a Grim Reaper's. Oh, dude, that's scary. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. Touched my forehead and I woke up. Well, that's weird. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really just disorienting. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old anyone is, but if Natsuki feels proud, that I won't take that from her. I guess I'll just this one. This is a good poem, Oldtimer. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. You wouldn't do it seriously. or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom, in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Oldtimer. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. You know, trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. All right, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yeah. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Oh, there's that thing. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Love that look. That's my favorite. Out of all the ones that in this thing, that's my favorite. Her little mouth. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hey, this was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily... Blah, blah. I clicked too fast. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read it in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem and to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean I have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I don't have a couple. I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. People did, by the way. Sorry, liked it. Oldtimer did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Oldtimer liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Oldtimer appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh boy. Oh crap. This is getting bad. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Oldtimer started showing up. Whoa, what the fuck? Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Oldtimer. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Oldtimer. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings and most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Oldtimer? What? I gotta go. That's what I had to say. Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... I'm gonna piss off Natsuki, but I'll be all right. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. Check. I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Was this guy 90? The hell kind of view was that? Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. JJ, what's up, my man? What you doing? Popping in, saying hi. It was her that, not Suki. I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. Yeah, every once in a while, big stars like JJ pop in and surprise me. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I hurt, it helps talk, to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me the having to look at all you faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples it up with her hands and throws it in the trash. Neither one at the moment. I'm going for the purple-haired chick, Yuri. This chick in the middle freaks me out. Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. This is the one I'm going for. Sigh. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks, Oldtimer. You're too kind. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. What thing did Natsuki say? Except me. Shush. You know you will. Well, never mind that. You bite. I used to tell people I bite, but not very hard. I'm going to make some tea. Oh, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Oh, you again. Ugh. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. Oldtimer, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Oh, no. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Oldtimer! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Laser eyes. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. So do we learn English here? I think. I'm writing poems and crap, dude. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. About what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't want to hate them. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion. That's all. I can see why they'd make a good friends with you. Whew. You know, old timer, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does that really need to stop here? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Probably because she's played it. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Do what? Oh, more poems. Universe. Wrath was her again. Boop. Boop, 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 boom, boom, boom. Oh, shit. Boom, 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 boom. Oh shit, Hopeless was her? The fuck? Because YouTuber, I watched play it. Oh, you, and I think there is a show. JJ's curious, like how dark we talking here? Are we talking like dark chocolate or are we talking like milk chocolate? Oh geez. Nothing get that dark. Bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum. Shit. Oh damn. She likes that one. Don't know what that word is. You like milk chocolate? Silky smooth milk chocolate. Headphones? What the? Tenacious, like Tenacious D? Doo-doo. Graveyard, that's gotta be her. Yeah, yeah. She's really dark, man. Cheeks. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room and the usual scene greets me. Hi, Oldtimer. Yo, yo, Sayori, what's up? Looks like you're in good mood today. No mysteries in this game. The interaction I do is making a poem. What I just did. It's mostly reading. I'm getting the impression that it's a slow start and then eventually it'll kick in and be some weird shit going on. But I haven't yet seen it yet. I can't talk. I'm just still not used to you being in the club. That's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin first. She ain't got no damn money. She wanted me to buy it. She fumbles with her latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill out on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. I love that look. That look. That's my look right there. It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted to take a walk, or you planned on conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. Abby! But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. Awa! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Oldtimer to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. It's like, well, I was just calling you what everybody else calls you. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ooh. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? What? And just her voice. She seems like one of those intelligent sophomore. Hello. I guess there's a little devil. Oh, I already read that. Hey. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you would not come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. I don't know, or something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Natsuki just threw something. Twap! Kia! Oh, what was that? Bye. Thank you for stopping by. A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? She's such a dipshit. It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Wow, I'm getting all kinds of visitors today. Oh, Daniel. And then he just leaves. It was a drive-by Danning. Like Mrs. Doubtfire. It was the drive-by Danning. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Oh, you're still there? Oh, well, you said bye. Did you say bye? Did you say bye? Oh, bye, JJ. Oh, JJ was leaving. Okay, bye, JJ. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. Happy birthday! You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Steal. I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. What? How am I gonna notice? What am I noticing? I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. She took a bite out of that cookie, didn't she? Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. The new PFP toys. It's a PFP. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Oh no. Mouthful of Sayori drops away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Oh, profile pic. Gotcha. I don't know the acronym, sorry. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more just desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, G.I. Joes. G.I. Joe. There you are. I had a bunch of G.I. Joes when I was a kid. I had a box of G.I. Joes and a box of Hot Wheels. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all? They're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense at all. You would have heard the bell ring at least. Must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. Oh, that's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Oldtimer. Good. Creepy girl. Whoa. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to be any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share one once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up explaining it to her later. Anyway, it looks like everyone is already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back in her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, no. I was kind of just waiting for you. Oh, nice. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with the helping involve Oldtimer in club activities? Who's doing anything? I'm just sitting here reading a story to you guys. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Oldtimer. Yuri quickly exits the rooms and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that. Oh, you left? You're back. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Oldtimer, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? What'd you do bad? You didn't do anything bad. Oh, you went potty. You didn't have to announce it. You could just had to go take care of business. You're being nice to me. Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. TMI. What kind of friend would do that? A friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Oldtimer? I really like being friends with you. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. It's getting really weird here. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Oldtimer, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle, 200 degrees. Now, it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. No, stop. No, I haven't kissed anybody yet. I get a chance to kiss somebody? Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Oldtimer. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Oldtimer, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Oh, sure. Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Are we going to talk about boobies now? Boobie giving back problems? Sorry, I didn't realize. Get to the part where everything goes downhill. Probably not tonight, because it doesn't seem like it's really going very far. But I got to do a little bit of prep for D&D tomorrow in the morning when I wake up, because I know you, Valerie, don't wake up until like noon. So I'll probably when I wake up, I'll do my prep for D&D, and then around noon or so, which will probably well, you're what, 2 hours ahead of me, so it'll be 1 or 2 o'clock your time, and then I'll stream it again. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, posture. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Whew, I had friggin' I had barbecue wings, and I just burped them back up again. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. Yeah, I know, the boobs. It's 100% her boobs that are giving her back problems. As if in Yep, lady problems. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. I know I burped. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive. It's almost more than I can handle. In this situation, for me, if she was sitting too close to me, it wouldn't be her looks or whatever that would be distracting me. It would be simply her. I picture she's wearing some sort of perfume or something. It would be her perfume that would distract me. The smell, a woman's perfume, the sweeter the better. Just messes with my head. When she's being less, I read that. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it in my hand, that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Oh shit. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. Horny kid. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put a teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. Wow, I just noticed that I somehow have more subs than Oldtimer. Rub it in, dude. That's not too hard to do. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Oh shit. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading it from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. What the fuck? Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just? Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Oldtimer? Sorry. You give me a shout. Do what you need to do, man. I'm not out. I don't do this for subs. I do this so you guys can talk. I do this for fun. I was just joking with you. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's well. You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? Sure. I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. What the fuck? What the hell? I see. The situation has gotten really tense. No, not tense, just weird. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. Just friends. Yeah, just friends. Heard that before. But this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. Oh shit. Hey, good looking. She wants it. Give her that chocolate, boy. Give her. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to rhythm of her breast. Not breast. Whoop. Freudian slip. Breath, not breasts. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. What is this? Some kind of porn? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, that was a jolt out of it. Okay, everyone. Ooh, uh, Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Oldtimer, you can help Yuri, but put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. Thanks, Monica. I was about to get lucky. I told you I like her. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. I would. Who should I show the poem first? Let's go do crazy Monica. Hi again, Oldtimer. How's the writing going? If I was in that situation, I would most likely kiss her. No, I wouldn't have. All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. Never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? It creeps me out, man. I'm not insulting her. It's just some... I don't know. I'm getting bad vibes from her, man. She's like... It's like when you're in a horror movie and you don't expect the really popular guy to be the killer and ends up being the killer. That's what I'm getting from her. I'm getting creepy killer vibes from her. I don't know why. I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I have tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself, but still defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers the last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, God, this girl is so jealous. Jealous much? Bitch, I can go out with whoever I want. You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. So I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sin. What the fuck? Whoa. Cosine tangent? What the hell? Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. What in the... Load me? The fuck? Okay, what the... It It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just that the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Oh, it's nighttime. You're pressing my button. All right, good night, Daniel. Stop by tomorrow if you want. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. Why am I pressing your buttons? What's wrong? What? Don't get so mad. The way I wrote the lines really short lines really short make it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be the abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. I'm not bullying Monica. What are you talking about? Her poem was weird. I started looking like, what the hell was she cosine? Or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? You never know when you might change your mind. What the? She just said save your game. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this a tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That was weird. Ooh, I like this one, Oldtimer. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at last try giving it some thought? Ah, you want me to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? Yeah, I can't see you liking something sad, Siori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem could help give a rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry. That's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting a better expression by feeling after all. Thanks, Oldtimer. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottle. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in the bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all alone, I open up, and in come my friends. I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Oh. Yandari? Nope, I'm not. Holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't go get ahead of yourself. Sarah's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those things. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be passionate. Custom it. Boop, boop. We'll save Yori for last. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Yeah. What do you mean by this? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding and express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me, eh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean, ooh, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. What a jealous little bitch. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. I didn't even read her poem. What the fuck? Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the phone with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Oldtimer? This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swaddles. Even her hands appear sweaty. Oh, jeez. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri's breath collects in her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer the patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Ugh. Huh? Your phone time? No, I don't know that term that you put there. I've never heard that. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Jeez. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon beside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an... What is that? An ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my suspicious subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. Is someone who falls in love with the person and makes sure that no one else falls in love with that person, even if it includes harming or murdering the person. Oh, yeesh. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Holy shit. I know what this poem's about. Oh, this is getting dark. This poem's talking about her cutting herself. The bread is her arm and the blade is a knife. And the raccoon is the urge to cut herself, so she's feeding the urge by cutting her arm. Wow. Wow, that is dark. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Oh, I did. I got the full meaning of it, dude. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it to face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Oldtimer? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Yawn, yawn. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Oldtimer. Ain't that the truth? That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Yeah. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone would come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. We really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. By the way, what brought up that phrase? Is that something from here, or is that something you know? Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've been designing some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Oh, okay. That's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah? We're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem and recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case everyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember, Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone the literature is all about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself. Whoa, easy. Finding new horizons and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share with us, with others? To inspire them to find some feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it's all it takes in Yuri's son, you're a legend. I'm a legend. Why am I a legend? And if it all takes standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. And welcome, Yuri-san. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. You're saying staying up this late. I'd be surprised if you stayed up till 2. I am getting kind of tired. I've been up since 4:30 this morning, and it's only what time is it? Oh shit, it's midnight. Welcome back, Valerie. It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. That's right. Ooh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. Oh shit. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden. Brought you a taco. Tacos are awesome. Taco. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off I'm gonna yawn again. Oh. All right. I'll start off and help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflections are pristine. She knows exactly how to allay emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their way, her ways, their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica really finishes the recitation, I guess. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh! Yuri's fired up. All of a sudden, Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Someone's got a crush. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past their first couple of lines, her voice changes. Ashley! Thank you. Welcome to the what is it? Late night story time. Valerie's in here. A regular of mine. She's from YouTube. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. I am so terrible at some of these words. Yep. Ashley. Oh. This must be a rare glimpse in the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Is this your first time playing the game? Sorry if I do not understand well. What I write is that I am using a translator. Oh! Yes, this is the first time I played this game. I heard very little about it. I liked the art form of it, and it said something about it being really disturbing and spooky. And so far, it is not. It is talking about some dark subjects, though, so far. So I think there's foreshadowing something. I think this girl here is a cutter. Suddenly, she finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I gotta go. Sorry? It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? I'm trying not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Oldtimer liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours. Well, it's late in my country and I have to go to sleep. Have a good day and see you soon. I hope to be in another stream of yours. Absolutely. Stop by. Just hit that notification on there and I'll pop in and because I don't have a set schedule. I just stream whenever I can. So if you want to come on in, you're more than welcome. Just click on that notification and then you'll get it. You'll let the computer, I guess, will let you know. I'm just really bad at this. So have a good night and I hope to see you in the next one. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gently delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. There's that finger thing again. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Oldtimer. It's not like I can compare you guys anyway. Might as well let Oldtimer lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive an applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Oh well. Do you at least feel prepared, even though enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is. So, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. There's that movement again. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think it's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. Stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best and get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Oldtimer. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to. I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh shit, what? I can't walk with them both? I think I'd walk home with Sayori. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you all seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Oldtimer. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would have deserved it if she wanted it so. Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird things for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? So that's it for me tonight there, Valerie. And let's see, all the people that a new follow. Ashley, thank you. Thanks for stopping by, Yuri-san. Daniel, thank you. And JJ, thank you. And whoever was peeking in, thanks as well. And yeah, I'll definitely stream this tomorrow afternoon for sure. So this looks it's really getting interesting. I want to find out what's up. It's a little goofy, but I like it. So this is Doki Doki Literature Club, first time playing, so it'd be interesting to see what my reaction is when it starts going south. So anyways, remember everybody, stay classy, be kind to everyone, and if at any moment you don't think anybody loves you, you're wrong, because I love you all, and that's what matters. So big hugs, big digital hugs to everyone, and good night, and I hope to see everyone in the next stream.